Welcome back to the Sacklism channel. Today we're going to discuss the anime Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you, a slice of life series that romanticizes a narrow smoking corner as a sanctuary from the exhausting grind of adult work routines. The main charm of this anime actually rests on something very simple, a genuine understanding of the physical and mental fatigue brought on by adult work life. Instead of delivering grand drama or complex conflicts, the series chooses to romanticize the simplest breathing space, a narrow smoking spot behind a convenience store. The story centers on Sasaki, a middle-aged office worker who deals with boss pressure and endless overtime every single day. Amidst all that exhaustion, his sole source of comfort is stopping by a 24-hour convenience store, Super S, and intentionally queuing at register number 2. He has one goal: to be served by Yamada, a female cashier whose warm and friendly smile never fails to restore his spirits. Interestingly, the sound design accurately captures the monotonous rhythm of Sasaki's urban life. Visually, the decision to omit facial eye details on background characters is, in my opinion, brilliant. While it might initially seem like a production shortcut, thematically it sharpens the story's focus. In a blurred and exhausting world, Sasaki's only breathing room exists when his attention is fixed on the person who offers him warmth in that tiny corner. One night, after a brutally rough day and a long, pointless meeting, Sasaki drops by just to see Yamada's smile, only to find that she has already gone home. Disappointed and desperate for a cigarette break to clear his mind, his steps are cut short by a no-smoking sign at the front of the store. As he stands there confused, the voice of a woman wearing a black leather jacket, a short skirt, and multiple piercings calls out to him. The woman, who introduces herself as Tayama, invites him to the employees-only smoking area behind the supermarket. This is where their dynamic begins. Tayama startles Sasaki to the point of almost falling over when she suddenly borrows a light tip to tip, cigarette to cigarette. While smoking, Tayama teases him about his habit of queuing at Yamada's register, suspecting he's just interested in her looks. But Sasaki sincerely sets the record straight. He has no ill intentions whatsoever. Seeing Yamada work so hard with that cheerful smile simply gives an exhausted older guy like him energy. Hearing his sincerity, Tayama visibly relaxes. The next day, when Sasaki returns to shop, Yamada greets him by name, which she learned from his reward card, and mentions that Tayama told her Sasaki was a big fan of hers. Sasaki panics instantly, drops his reward card, and rushes away in embarrassment. At the exact same time, Yamada gives a meaningful smile while touching her piercing. Yes, Yamada and Tayama are actually the very same person. From a narrative standpoint, the series doesn't entirely step outside the comfort zone of conventional romance. Beneath the framing of exhausted adulthood, the story still uses the trope of an ordinary, remarkably dense male lead paired with a charismatic woman who is easily charmed by him. Sasaki's sheer obliviousness in failing to recognize Yamada's dual identity over mere differences in hairstyle and makeup positions him as a passive protagonist, making it easy for the audience to project onto him. At his mature age, Sasaki's awkwardness sometimes still feels like that of a high school anime protagonist. The narrative also frequently relies on coincidences that feel a bit too convenient, but miraculously, this dependence on tropes never causes the story to collapse into being clumsy or cheap. Instead, their relationship is executed with care and maintained respect. This is felt most strongly when Sasaki's workload reaches a peak. After making a mistake at work, pulling an all-nighter, and accidentally making a new hire cry, Sasaki vents his anxieties to Tayama in the smoking area. Tayama calmly reassures him, convincing him that his toxic office environment is to blame, not him. Tayama even demonstrates how convenience store employees practice smiling, grabbing both of Sasaki's cheeks and pulling them upward. That sudden physical proximity makes Sasaki blush intensely. But thanks to that smile exercise, Sasaki manages to give a gentle smile the next morning and reconciles with his junior. The success in maintaining this relaxed and emotional pacing is heavily supported by its short-form episode format. By avoiding standard broadcast lengths that risk making daily slice-of-life vignettes drag, this compact runtime makes every interaction feel weighty without wasting the audience's time. Every minute is used efficiently to build emotional intimacy. Their bond is tested further when Yamada receives a customer complaint because someone smelled cigarette smoke on her. That night, Sasaki finds Tayama sitting solemnly with an ashtray overflowing with cigarette butts. Seeing Tayama disappointed in herself, Sasaki comforts her, saying it hurts when people judge you poorly just because they see a different side of you, even though you are still the exact same person. Those words deeply touch Tayama. Noticing Sasaki shivering and starting to sneeze, Tayama drapes her leather jacket over his shoulders and gives him her cigarette odor-eliminating spray. Tayama playfully leans her neck close, daring Sasaki to smell her scent directly, which naturally causes Sasaki to yell in a panic while Tayama laughs, teasing him for being as stiff as a Labrador retriever. I really love how the story doesn't rush to force their interaction into an aggressive romance. The relationship flows as a supportive bond with a healthy boundary. The presence of side figures like Suzuki at the office office, who lives a life similar to Sasaki but has a family, or manager Goto at the convenience store contributes a natural pulse of life that keeps their world feeling grounded. It is manager Goto who hands over Sasaki's return gift for Tayama, a cute portable pocket ashtray featuring a dog bone pattern. The manager even realizes that Yamada's disguise is razor thin, capable of fooling only a man as innocent as Sasaki. This interaction reaches an adorable resolution behind the shop. Tayama shows off her new ashtray, smiling happily as she imagines how awkward a middle-aged guy like Sasaki must have looked trying to pick out a cute gift in a trinket shop. However, true to her playful nature, Tayama lets him use the ashtray but holds it far out of reach, forcing Sasaki to stretch his arm as far as he can to flick his ash. The mini payoff to this prank happens the next day, serving as a sweet conclusion to the first 3 episodes. Sasaki comes to Yamada's register to buy muscle pain relief patches. Realizing Sasaki's arm is cramping because of her prank from the night before, Yamada immediately bows repeatedly in a panic to apologize. Sasaki, who has no idea why Yamada feels so guilty, panics in response and bows repeatedly right back in complete confusion. In the end, despite relying on a fairly predictable foundation of tropes, this series still manages to prove itself as a soothing, intimate slice-of-life watch. It touches on the human need we all have as adults, to find a small corner where we can momentarily lay down our burdens. What about you guys? Do you agree that this anime succeeds in being a comforting slice-of-life show to blow off steam, despite its oblivious protagonist and predictable formula, or do you have a different take? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section. And if you have suggestions for other interesting anime we should cover next, drop them in the comments below as well.